Hello everybody, how are you? I am N.G. Sagar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sagar Institute of Research and Technology, Bhopal. So, welcome you all in today's session in the continuation of previous part, that is heat treatment. Today we are going to discuss about the further part of the heat treatment. And in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the definition of heat treatment. Yes, we recall these points in brief. So heat treatment can be defined as the operation or combination of operations involving some stages like heating, soaking or holding and cooling of the metal or alloy in the solid state to obtain the desirable conditions and desirable mechanical properties. This is the definition of the heat treatment that we have discussed in the previous lecture. Then we have discussed about the different stages of the heat treatment. Yes, we know different stages. There are three stages of the heat treatment. The first stage, that is known as heating. First of all, the required metal or alloy is heated up to a certain temperature. This is first stage. Second stage, holding or soaking for the some period of time like 15 to 30 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes. The metal or specimen or alloy is hold at that constant temperature. This is the second stage, and last stage, that is cooling. After over the two processes, heating and soaking, the specimen or component or alloy is passed for the cooling process. So these are the three different stages. Then we discussed about the different cooling mediums. Yes, in which we have seen furnace, one of the cooling medium that takes a very long time to cool the metal or alloys. Then air is one of the medium, liquid one of the medium, water one of the medium, rain one of the cooling medium. So these are the different cooling mediums. Those are used as per the requirement. And then in last we have discussed about the purpose or objectives of the heat treatment. Why heat treatment process is carried out? Yes, so in which we have seen 10 to 15 points uh, purposes of the heat treatment processes. Now, what is the principal fundamentals of the heat treatment? In which eutectoid reaction in the iron carbon diagram is responsible for steel heat treatment. Yes, eutectoid reaction is the very important reaction, and this reaction is responsible for the heat treatment process, because in this reaction, as we know that this reaction shows the transformation of austenite into perlite or martensite without changing the second size of the object, right? Means this reaction takes place in the from solid to solid. So for the heat treatment, this reaction is very important, and this is the criteria for the heat treatment, right? And this reaction we can see in the iron carbon diagram that is responsible for the steel heat treatment. All basic heat treatment processes for steel involve the transformation or decomposition of austenite. Yes, that is gamma. The nature and appearance of the obtained transformation products develop a variety of useful physical and mechanical properties in the steel. Cooling rate plays an important role in the transformation of austenite to perlite or martensite. Yes, also we have discussed about this cooling rate in the previous lecture. Cooling rate plays an important role, and also we know that the cooling medium decides the nature of the heat treatment. Whatever cooling medium we are going to use, that will decide the nature of the heat. If we are using the furnace as the cooling medium, so that will show the different heat treatment process. If We follow the air as the cooling medium. The nature of the heat treatment will be different. If we follow the liquid or water as the cooling medium, so that will decide the different heat treatment process. So these we will discuss later in the forthcoming lectures. Then heat treatment, this is very important. Heat treatment is effective only with certain alloys. In the definition, we have seen that the heat treatment can be defined as the operation or combination of operations involving the heating, the holding, and cooling of metal and alloys. Of metal and alloys means selected metal and alloys, and those selected metal and alloys are these. For example, FEC means steel. Steel, one of the material uh, on which over which the heat treatment process can be carried out. Another example, aluminum bronze is another alloy on which the heat treatment process can be carried out. Because when we add some amount of heat to those alloys, right, at certain temperature, they do not change on their shape and sizes. And so the these alloys have the eutectoid reaction. Eutectoid reaction means transformation of phases takes place uh, from solid to solid. So for such alloys, we can recommend heat treatment process because it depends upon one element being soluble in another in the solid state. Yes, so solid state, this is very important. One element being soluble in the another in the solid state in different amounts under different circumstances. Yes. So the theory, so the theory of heat treatment is based on the principle that an alloy experiences change in structure when heated above a certain temperature, and it undergoes again a change in structure when cooled it to room temperature. Yes. So the principle is this, in which an alloy experiences changes in structure when it is heated above a certain temperature, and it undergoes again change in structure when it is cooled to room temperature. Now, stages of the heat treatment processes. There are three stages for the heat treatment process. First is heating, second is holding or soaking, and third is cooling. In the first stage heating, the metal or alloy is heated up to a definite temperature. In second stage, it is maintained for some period of time at the constant temperature. And third is cooling. Cooling at a rate necessary to obtain desired properties associated with changes in the nature, form, size, and distribution of microconstituents such as ferrite, pearlite, and martensite, etc. Now, after understanding the concept of heat treatment, now the time is to classify the heat treatment processes. So this part we will cover in the next lecture, classification of heat treatment processes. So thank you all.